So are you ready to welcome Miss Tamia up to the stage? Can you do that for me? Here she comes. Give it up. Welcome backstage. Put her up here. Energy she is. Energy. On the cusp of 6:8:25, and I expect the same moment now. You are Tamia. We love you. You're awesome.
Great? Okay, got it. How's everybody doing? I'm excited this morning for a number of reasons. One is because I'm here. If you're glad to be here this morning, give yourself a round of applause. Do that? You guys look absolutely amazing. And thank you very much. I just want to take a moment and give it back to Jim and also to Don Prosser, for saying the nice things that he said about me, and for Jim sharing that wonderful message this morning. You got something out of it, raise your hand. You got something out of it, good. I know I did. Only part that I didn't quite resonate with was the part where, if you're loud. That part I didn't quite resonate with. It's just who I am. Is that all right? I think I was loud when I came out of my mother's womb, really. Anyways, excited to be here. Excited to be able to share with you this morning from my heart. Hopefully, what I put on the PowerPoint, you'll get something out of it. Hopefully, from the words that I used to this morning, you'll also get something out of it. My goal here today is to help just one person. And if it happens to happen to 2 or 3 or 10 or 100 or 200, then hey, it's a job well done, okay? So I want you just to kind of relax, open your mind, and receive the information that's about to be disseminated. Because I believe that it will change your life as it's changed my life. Enagic is not the same Enagic when I got started 12 years ago. The company has changed tremendously. I remember when we first got started, nobody knew about alkalinity, really. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody talked about acidity. But now, the minute you open your mouth and you talk about alkalinity, they automatically assume that you're talking about that company that's charging all that money. Hello? For that machine is a scam and this and that and the other, right? So we had to revamp this whole thing on how to invite and how to confirm, so that people would be able to position other people to make intelligent, educated decisions. Don't worry, I'm not gonna fall. I see you looking, some of you looking here, and you're looking at me, and you're looking there, and you're looking at me. I'm good, okay? So anyway, inviting, confirming, and closing. Woo! How many of you would love to have 8 to 10 people at every one of your demos? Yep. And if I told you how to do it, would you do it?
Yep.
That wasn't all of it.
Yes.
But it wasn't enough of it. So I'm going to tell you anyway, okay? So here it is. First thing, they told me this is going to work, right? Where are we? I'm pressing the button.
There you go.
Now I need to go back. You got to take action. I'm going to share some things with you today, but you got to take action. Okay? You got to do it. And don't doubt yourself. Don't question what's being said here, because this all came about as a result of being in network marketing for the past 28 years. I've been doing this full time for 24 years. So I might know whether or not something works or not, or it don't.
Yes.
Would you all agree?
Yep.
All right, so you're going to take action. When you take action, guess what? You'll be able to open your own business. It's unfortunate, but when we talk about multi-level marketing, when we talk about direct sales, a lot of times we often assume that it's a hobby. We don't look at it as a job. We don't look at it as a business. We look at it as a hobby. If I do a little bit today, I'll get a little bit tomorrow. But if you look at it as a business, I promise you your business will grow. It will and you will decide then, let me just keep it moving. And sometimes they will just go with the flow and come on in, and you'll wonder, what in the world did I just do? I remember taking a prospect out. That's when I was a Mary Kay sales director. I was going to show this young lady how to prospect. Somebody said, woo! So my sisters out there, I was going to show them how to prospect, right? So show this young lady how to prospect. So I take her into the grocery store. And I see this young lady, I mean, she was sharp. Face was made up, hair was nice, she smelled good, wearing a full-length fur coat. She was over by the meat section and she was shopping for meat. And so I tell the girl that I was taking with me, I said, now watch this. Just check me out. Let me show you how to get this done. So I walked over to the lady and I said, hello. Is there any reason why I couldn't share my card with you? Now, my cards, I changed them from pink to blue. And on my cards, I put a title. And because back then, the name of my team was Title. It's a team inspired by God to educate and empower real rated supermen and superwomen. I still remember that from way back when, 28 years ago. And so I did that because I knew that every time I would give somebody a pink card, they would automatically say, no, not interested. That was my experience. So when I gave her the blue card, after I asked her the reason why I couldn't share my card with her, she said, of course, so I gave her the card. And it was like I gave her the chicken pox or something. She looked at the card, she flipped it over, she looked at it, she flipped it over, and I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at the girl like, watch this, right? And then she looks at me and she says, I would put this on my face if it was the last product on the earth. Woo! It was like she just took a knife and just stabbed me, you know? And the girl behind me, she's like, woo, woo, I'm like, shot. I'm trying to show you something here, right? I was so deflated. I felt so bad. I didn't want to continue to prospect that day. But I had to get myself together. I had to shake it off. I had to re-energize. I had to change my energy. And I had to go forward to show her that, you know what, in spite of, you just keep going. So I want you to know today that you have to be responsible for the energy that you bring. You have to be responsible for the energy that you bring, especially before you're talking to somebody else. Then also, give out what you want to get back. Whatever it is that you want in return, you want to give that out. Sometimes you may have to sit in your car. Sometimes you may have to, sit by the phone. Sometimes you may have to look at yourself in the mirror. You may have to, rev yourself up. You got this. You can do this. And smile. Because all of that comes through the telephone. It comes through your eyes. It comes through your tonality. It comes through your physical body. People can see that. They can feel that. And they can hear that. It is a difference. And then also, energy is contagious. Yeah. Energy is contagious. And this statement is very profound. Either you affect people or you infect people. You may want to write that down. Either you affect people or you infect people. That's deep, right?
Yeah.
How many of you are affecting people? Did anybody inflict somebody this morning? You didn't mean to, right? Now, just to conclude this section of this, body, mind, and spirit. This may sound, a bit, I like to say, antiquated, but at the same time, I think that it's needed. It's needed to be said. How you look also plays a huge part in the energy that you send. When you're going out and you're in your raggedy jeans, right, or your flip-flops, and maybe your fingernails are not polished, or the polish is almost halfway off of them, huh? Maybe you just ran out to the grocery store, Me personally, I don't engage in conversation with people because I want to get back what I put out. So even when I'm going out, I try always to look my best. I try always to meditate at least 5 minutes prior to, because I want to attract the right people into my organization. And it works. Trust me, if you think I'm joking, try this. Go out, look at your worst, and try to talk to 10 people. difference? Can you sense the difference? You would have a different outcome from the first experience to the second experience. So how you dress and how you present yourself plays a huge part in prospecting and going out there and soliciting people to hear what it is that you're talking about. Positive energy attracts positive energy, so you got to be positive. And then get this, your vibe attracts your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Isn't that powerful? Oh, I wish I had some time to stay on this. So do you want 8 to 10 people at your demos? Do you want that?
Yes.
I'm going to show you how right now. First of all, you got to make a list. You got to own your list, and you have to add to your list daily. Every single day. How many of you added names to your list since you've been here? What? It's about 20 of y'all in this whole group. How many going to add to your list before you leave here? You see, I want you to understand something. In this business, it doesn't take a whole lot of people. You heard David McConnell talking about it last night you were here. It doesn't take a whole lot of people. All it takes is really one good person. All it takes is your positive energy going out and attracting that one person that can then lead you to somebody else, that will then lead you to somebody else. And it keeps going. That's what's been happening throughout network marketing for years. We used to say every dud knows a stud. Every dud knows a stud. So everybody here knows somebody. If there's somebody in this room that you don't know anybody, you just don't know anybody. You just hear, but you don't know anybody in the whole world. Impossible. Everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. So it's not just about the people on the list, it's about the people that's on the list that's going to get you in contact with the other people on the list, on their list, and then so forth and so on. It continues to grow. That's how it works. So never prejudge. Never ever prejudge. It's easy to do. It's easy to prejudge. I'll give you another example. I remember when I went to this lady's house. She wanted to, I was told she was interested in buying a machine. And so when I go to her house, I'm looking my best. I'm smiling, I'm excited, you know. And I ring the bell. And when she opened the door, I'm thinking, you know what, this got to be a setup. Because when I looked inside of her apartment, there was a mattress on the floor. And I'm serious. Papers all over the place. The chair, I couldn't sit on the chair because she had stuff all over the chair. So now I'm thinking to myself, you know what, maybe I need to just kind of turn around and, and leave. But she said, come on in. So I said, all right, I'll go in. And I went in, and because there's no place to sit, I sat on the side of the mattress. And so now I picked my shoes off because, it's uncomfortable sitting on the side of the mattress with the shoes on, bending your feet like that, right? So I picked my shoes off, and I said, okay, well, I guess I'll just sit up here on the floor. And she said, can I get you something to drink and offer you a glass of water? And being from South Carolina, it's just out of respect, we say, yes. You don't want to, because I'm looking around, I'm saying, Lord, I really don't want no water. But I went ahead and I said yes. And when she brought the glass, I could hardly hold it because the glass was so greasy on the outside.
Oh, no.
And when I looked at the water on the inside of the glass, it looked like a rainbow was forming. All kind of colors and grease. And so she's looking at me and I'm looking at her and I said, okay, let me just go ahead and take a little sip. And I took a little sip, Leon. Took a little sip. and as I took this sip, she looked at me and I'm looking at her and I put the glass down because I wasn't willing to go any further. And I accepted it, I took a sip. Now that's it, right? So as I'm sitting there and I'm about to do the demo, out of the corner of my eyes, I'm seeing something on the wall. And I know I'm seeing something on the wall and it's running this way. And when I look, it stops and it's like. And then I turn away and I look again, it's going. So I politely put my shoes back on because I didn't want anything kind of going in there because I said, whatever they are, they're very, very smart and I don't want to get one of those in my house. And I zipped up my bag inside of the hood and I took me out of the equation and I saw where she really needed some help. And I didn't know whether or not she was going to be able to accept the help that I was offering as far as the technology that was concerned. But I was willing to go to the end. But after I did the water demo, she says to me, "How much is it?" I said, "Huh?" "How much is it?" So I said, "Well, I don't tell everything else. I may as well tell the price, right?" I went ahead and I told her the price. The lady got up, y'all, and the lady went to the back of the room. They got the real part of the house. And she came back with all $100 bills. I picked up that glass and I drank the rest of that water. We start to dictate their bank account. We start to dictate their outcome. We figure that they'll never be a success, they'll never be a leader. Let me tell you something. I've been wrong too many times to know that that's a number. Don't prejudge anybody. Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves a chance. And you know what? Let me tell you something. If you don't give it to them, somebody in this room will.
Yep.
So why not you?
Yep.
Why not you? So get yourself together so you'll be able to start talking to people comfortably and not talking so much. You know, I call it diarrhea of the mouth. Now don't take that personally. But I mean, when you just keep going on and on and on and on, we're going to stop that. Because I discovered that the less you say, the better off you'll be. When we got started in Canada 12 years ago, we didn't know what to say. We didn't know, I didn't understand Japanese. I was trying to put it together, but it didn't work out for me. We put together books we had in countries that we're still not in today. We had Mr. Sherwood with a whole lot of children that he's never had. I mean, we just created all kinds of stuff to put in this book, and people believed what we had in the book. As a matter of fact, we did pH demos. That was it. pH test demos. That was it. We didn't do any chlorine testing, didn't do any ORP testing. We used styrofoam cups in the beginning. We in the car doing demos, passing the cup around, get the cups all mixed up, nobody didn't know whether it was this water or that water. We started writing names on the cup. People all in the car, people walking by like, what are they doing? In the cup. Ooh, that's the city. Pass that. I didn't see that. Give me that. We got that. Pass that. That's where we were. And you know what? Not having the knowledge that we have today, we sold more machines then. And I'm so glad for the 2A Speedy campaign because I'm discovering that people are talking less and they're selling the opportunity more. And as a result, that's why we hit over 20,000 users. And I believe we'll soon get to 50,000 just by keeping it simple. So when you do this, I'm going to recommend that you actually role play. Those of you that are building organizations, role play. Have your people role play. Talk to 5 people. Invite 5 people first, what I'm getting ready to share with you. Just 5. And then get back to you with the feedback. So in other words, if I'm talking to Dr. Elsuna, I'll say to her, I'll say, Dr. Elsuna, I want you to talk to 5 people. This is what I want you to say. And then after you're done, I want you to call me back and give me the feedback. When she calls me back and gives me the feedback, I will know whether or not she should continue to go on with her list. I don't want her to go through her list and then she has nothing to work with. So she gets back to me, she says to me, I talked to 5 people, and 4 of them said they're interested. I'll tell them, go ahead and finish the list. However, she calls me back to me, I talked to 5 people, and all of them said no. Then I know that she's not saying something right, and that's usually always the case. They're telling people how much the machine costs, they're telling people what's in the machine, they're telling them about the electrodes, they're telling them too much. And as a result, they think to themselves, this is too complicated, I'll just keep drinking bottled water. I really just take my chances. You just confuse me. Get that a lot. So let's get right into it. So here we have it. You want to use these words when you are inviting and confirming. Words such as get together. Get together. Would hate to give your seat away. People love, respect, and trust. And when these people say something, it's usually huge. Usually really, really huge, okay? Whatever they touch Because when you start adding in enagic, Kangen, alkalinity, acidity, and all those things, people start taking out their cell phones and they start Googling. And you know what happens then? They allow the internet, which is not governed by anybody, okay? There's no such thing as internet police. So, to be honest, I can become a heart surgeon in about 5 minutes. After I'm done, I can be a heart surgeon on the internet. I've never seen a heart up close and in person. But I can tell somebody that, listen, I'm doing bypasses for $99 in my kitchen. The lighting is good. Bring this coupon and I'll give you $10 off. Bring your mother, your father, whoever needs it. And they can go home immediately after I'm done doing what I have to do. Fastest heart surgery you ever seen in your life. And you believe it or not, somebody will call and say, really? I've been wondering, my mother needs that. How soon can I get in? Seriously, because they believe what they see on the internet. And the same thing applies. So you want to eliminate this. You want to prevent this from happening. Yes? Yes or yes?
Yeah.
So what not to say? Which I said already, when inviting and confirming. Kangen. You see blah, 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 right? Kangen, water, alkalinity, acidity, ionizers, machines, devices, upline, downline, water, enagic, meeting, seminar, business briefing, distributor. Because all of that makes folks think. They start to think, oh, it must be an Amway thing, or it must be a Mary Kay thing, or it must be one of those other things. It's a pyramid. I don't want to be a part of that. And then they count themselves out before they have the opportunity to get the proper information to make intelligent decisions. So how do we do this? Well, when you invite, you have to, one, be in a hurry. You have to invite in a hurry, and you have to be willing to take it away in a hurry. So you're always in a hurry. That gets you off the phone. But if you call somebody and you say, listen, I'm in a hurry, and then you on the phone 10 minutes later, that means you wasn't really in a hurry. And the next time you call, you wonder why they're not answering, because you're not in a hurry. You ever get those phone calls, you look at the name and you say, not now, not now. Because I know I'm going to be on the phone for 2, 3 hours, right? And then you want to take a nap afterwards because the conversation was not positive at all. Been there too. So you want to be able to do this. And then also when confirming, the same thing. You want to be in a hurry, you want to confirm in a hurry, you want to be willing to take it away in a hurry. So let me share with you how I invite. If I'm inviting someone to a health and wealth seminar, let's say I'm inviting you, Stephanie, to a health and wealth seminar. So I call Stephanie up. First thing I say is, hey, Stephanie. She said, hey, Stephanie, listen, I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. Listen, I'm having a little get together at my house this coming Monday night, around 7 o'clock. Now, understand this, the people that are going to be coming there, these are people that I love, I trust, I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Everything they touch turns to gold, and whenever they say it's going to be huge, it's going to be huge. And they're only looking for a few people. Now, I thought of you. Now, understand that, short notice, whatever, you may not be able to make it, I get that. But if you can, it's okay, I'm just going to have to go ahead and give you a seat away. You're saying, huh? Is that what you do? It gets them there every single time. When they ask, well, what are you talking about? Listen, Stephanie, I'm in a hurry. They're going to explain everything. So if you can come, great. If you can't, I'm going to have to give your seat away. I told a good friend of mine named Nathaniel that I was going to give the seat away. He said, let me tell you something. You don't tell me. You call my house and tell me you're going to give my seat away to nobody. How dare you come? Like, calm down, man. This is what I'm going to have to say. Relax. Dang. I mean, he was getting, a little right there, right? But the reason I say that is because I remember long ago, I actually attended about 3 meetings. And I was invited just off of edification. I didn't know the name of the company. I didn't know the name of the presenters. I didn't know the name of the business or what they were doing. I didn't even understand. I just went because I was afraid of losing. Now, think about the grocery mentality. Have you ever gone grocery shopping? Everybody, please raise your hand. That's just the right thing to do. Just do it. All right, good. You go grocery shopping, and you walk around the grocery store, and you put all the stuff that you want in your basket, right? Whose basket is it, really? I hear somebody say yours. But now you get politically correct, right? You say the grocery store, but you know you don't say that when you go inside and you go get your cart. Okay? And then I do that over and over and over and over and over again. And once I have the list of all of those who have agreed to come to the get-together, notice I said get-together. Get-together is more fun, right? We're going to have a good time. You know, you can let your hair down. You can take off your shoes. We're going to have a few snacks such as tomatoes washed in 11.5, blueberries, 11.5. They don't know that, but when they get there, that's what they're going to get. That's the snack. Not rice and peas and chicken and macaroni and this kind of pasta salad and this spaghetti. No. The dessert is. The main course is. the appetizers are blueberries, strawberries, cherry tomatoes, curly cucumbers, all the stuff we can wash in our 11.5 water. And so when that's all said and done, the next thing you want to do with that list is you want to have somebody to actually confirm that list for you. It could be somebody in the business or not in the business. It could be your son, your daughter. It could be your granddaughter, your grandson. It could be a business partner, somebody that may not be directly in your organization, but maybe the two of you decide to work together. And what they're going to do is they're going to confirm for you. So if they're confirming Stephanie for me, they'll call Stephanie out, for example, this is my daughter, Siobhan. She'll call Stephanie, she says, hey, hi Stephanie, my name is Siobhan. I know you don't know me, but I am actually calling on behalf of Tamia Williams. I do understand you're supposed to be at her get-together on this coming Monday night, and she's always calling the day before, just like my dentist has been doing for the past 20 years. That's why I've never missed an appointment. Just like my doctors do the day before. And even though you may have forgotten, all of a sudden you remember and you get yourself there. Yes or yes? So you treat your business. It may sound tedious and it may sound like a lot of work, but it's smart work. I'd rather take my time and invite and confirm, or have somebody confirm, to know that I will have 8 to 10 people there, opposed to somebody telling me, Tamia, I've invited the people, I got 20-something people that's going to be there. You know how many times I've heard that? I got 20 people, I got 30 people, they're going to be there. And you get there, it's you and them. It's you and them. And then they're in the bathroom trying to talk low, trying to get their neighbors to come over. I feel so bad. She came all the way over here and nobody showed up. They all said there was something that's lied to me. Think about it. So when the person confirms, it is, once again, Stephanie, hi Stephanie, my name is Siobhan. I'm actually calling on behalf of Tamia Williams. And I'm calling because you're supposed to be at a get-together on tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Now, we're preparing packages for those that's going to be in attendance. If for some reason you cannot come, we can understand. We're going to have to go ahead and get that seat away. So Stephanie said, well, I know Tamia called me, but what is this about? Listen, Stephanie, I'm so sorry, I'm just confirming. I'm just doing the confirmations, you know, so if you can come, great. If you can't, you understand, we're going to have to give you a seat away. So that kind of, it reinforces what was said already, and it causes your ratio for attendance to go up. So now what happens? She shows up. And when she shows up, she got the sheet already. So what? She just has some tomatoes and some blueberries or whatever else, right? But the bottom line is you want to get her there. Why? So she can make an intelligent, well-informed, educated decision. Does that make sense, everybody? So what if you call and you don't get an answer? The first time, you don't leave a message. So you continue to confirm, but then when you get back around, go back around again for those who didn't answer, now you leave a message, an urgent message. Hi, Stephanie, my name is Siobhan. I'm actually calling out Tamia Williams. I understand you're supposed to be to get together tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. You know, I called you to leave a message, but I'm going to share with you real quick because we're in the process of solidifying the list, putting together the list, finalizing the list, and what you want to say. And for whatever reason, if you cannot come, we do understand, but we're going to have to go ahead and get you a seat away. So if you give us a call back in about an hour, that would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, we're just going to have to give you a seat away. Try it, and you're going to see. The next time I see you, you'll be like, thank you, Tamia! And not because I invented this, but because it's something that was going on many, many years prior to. Never thought we'd ever have to use it. But because of where we've gone today and how we've grown today, that's the reason why we have to use it, okay? So the law of numbers. It's a numbers game. See, some of us are going to put 30 folk on the list and we assume that we're going to go 6A. In a perfect world, that would happen every single time because those people would know other people, and as a result, your business would just explode. But my experience has been, in the beginning, when I first got started, I can't use me. But what I will say is based on teaching and training what I've discovered is that most new people that don't know anything really about what it is that we're talking about here, they will get 1 out of 10. So if the worst is 1 out of 10, then how many would you need to talk to get 100? How many? 1,000. So why is it that you talk to 5 folk and you don't get any yeses and you automatically assume that Enagic is not working? Enagic is working. I've never gotten a check that I could not cash. Never. And as I like to say, as we say in South Carolina, Don, it keeps getting gooder and gooder and gooder as the time goes by. I mean, so it's a numbers game. So if you know you want to get to 6A, then what must you do? You must prepare to talk to a minimum of 1,000 people. Who's ready to talk to 1,000 people? Or who's scared? And if you want to get other folk in the organization to do the same thing, what must they do? They must too talk to at least a minimum of 1,000 people. How fast do you want to get there? Take the numbers. Divide it by the amount of days that you want to get to 6A. If it's 30 days, divide 30 to 1,000. If you want to help some other folks to get to 6A, and you want to get to 6A too, etc., do the numbers. Work the numbers. You cannot lose. You cannot lose. You will end up where it is that you want to be. But it's a numbers game. But some of us, we're afraid of the word no. So I want to talk to you here. How many of us don't like the word no? Be honest, to me, I don't like the word no. I really don't. I know my children don't like the word no. My grandchildren, they can't stand the word no. You see? But I want you to fall in love with the word no. Understand that the word no pays you big bucks. Imagine you go out and you sell a K8. Huh? That point, $340. What if you went through 9 no's before you got to the yes? Each one of those no's would be $34. So when somebody says no, you say, thank you. I just made $34. Somebody else said no, thank you. I just made another $34. Well, how you made $34? I just told you no. That's how I did it, $34. Because I know when I get through the number 10, I will get one. And as a result, all you saying no, should help me to get there a little bit faster. So thank you. When you look at it that way, it's easier to digest opposed to when you automatically just feel that it's about you. You take it personal. They just told me no. They're saying no a lot of times to the unknown, lack of information. So it's our job to make sure we give them what it is that they need. So it's okay. Say it's okay to hear the word no. It's okay. I get paid for no. I get paid for no. I get paid big bucks for no. I get paid big bucks for no. How many of you want to get a whole bunch of $34 today? $34. Absolutely. Then go out there and look for them. And all of a sudden, when you're looking for them, when you're focusing on it, right? All of a sudden, you're going to start hearing those yeses. And it's like, dang on it. I just talked to the second person, and they just told me yes. I got to get through these no's. That's a beautiful problem to have, right? All day. So, no pain, no gain. Did I have pain? Oh, you better believe I had a whole lot of pain. A whole lot of pain. I wish I had time to go through my story talk today, but maybe another time. But I will tell you this. Life, the way that I experienced it, was not always the way it is today. And I am so okay with that. Because having a son that's mentally disabled, having been a motherless child, a fatherless child, having no brothers, no sisters, having been mistreated from family members and those who were not, all it's done is made made me a better person and a stronger woman. You see, when I learned that my story is really not my story, and I want you all to understand this. Your story is not your story. If you were the chosen one to carry the load, to carry the burden, you were the chosen one to grow through all that you're growing through, and you still have more to grow through. But understand, you were chosen because you were strong enough to handle all the curveballs that have come into your direction, come into your life. But that story is not for you to sit back and bathe in. Keep it all to yourself. That story was given to you for you to share with somebody else to give them hope. So that they too will figure, you know what? If she could do it, I can do it. If he could do it, I can do it. But when we hold it inside and we keep it all to ourselves, it's very difficult for somebody else to feel what it is that we felt. To experience what it is, the way that we experienced it, but be able to go through it as a result of our strength. Are you all following me? Yes. So I want you to be good at sharing your story. There's a lot of you out there that have stories, and I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait to hear them. And I'm sure there's a lot of folks out here that could use your story to actually take them to the next level. Yes or yes? Yes. So never, never, never. I'll leave this with you, and I'm almost done. Wow, don't to me up. Yeah. Understand, whenever somebody asks you the cost of our technology, I never, ever, ever give them the price. I don't. And the reason being, you know, I give them the price, but I don't give them the price unless I've had the opportunity to build value. See, people find money when they find value. When they see value, they will find money. I'll give you an example. I've had some folks come in the room, I'm not buying nothing. I'm not buying to put the pocketbook in the trunk of the car and lock up everything. They don't bring their wallet, leave the license on it. Right? Come to the demo, hands crossed like Jim said, sitting up there, leaning back in the chair with an attitude on their face. And they just determined they're not going to buy it. And then I'll say something like, what if I had a 2018 S550, fully loaded, front seats, Massaging, the back seats, Massaging, it speaks several languages just like our K8. When I say 7, it knows I'm talking about 7. That's my southern dialect, right, Janine? 7, right? And I said that those of you here, as a matter of fact, I'm going to have 5 of them outside here shortly. Fully loaded, $200,000 vehicle. Everything you can think about. And I'm going to have 5 of them out there. And what I want from you, the first 5 people to give me $5,000, you can have it titled and all. Them same broke people that claim they're broke, don't have no money, they're not going to buy nothing, their arms are folded, all of a sudden, whoo, I got to find this money. Come on, loan me, give me. They will find it because they see what? They see value. $200,000 for $5,000? And that's the picture that we have to get good at painting when we're doing our demos. People say no because they don't see value. Last night, Daniel Day McConnelly, he showed us value. He made me want to buy another machine. How many of you would have bought one last night you weren't already in? Exactly. And truly, that's what it's all about. So when people ask me, how much is it? I said, listen, we have several devices that range in price. I don't know what's going to work for you and your family. I will need to sit down with you all and go through it first, and then we can go from there. Well, you can't tell me what, listen, I don't know what you want to do. Maybe you want to wash your clothes, maybe you want to brush your teeth, maybe you want to do this, that, and that. I don't know. I need to sit down with you, and then we'll decide. And as a result, that's what happens. I go and I get the chance to build value. And once value has been built, the money is no longer an issue. Isn't that great? Yeah. So last night, Daniel talked about the codes. He said 1, 2s, and 3s, and sometimes I'll say A, B's, and C's. And I have my A, B, C's, and the A's are usually the ones that take action. The B's always have a because. I want to do this, but because I really haven't tasted the water, I want to test the water, because of this and because of that. And then the C's, I like to refer to them as the confused. They just lost. Maybe they was on their cell phone doing the demo, because I don't see it don't make sense to me when somebody says no. After value has been built. Wouldn't you all agree? It's like you look at them like, what's wrong with you? You didn't see the tomatoes, you didn't see what? Where were you? You in the same room? You sit, what? Right? So when I do a group close, what I normally do is I have everybody to stand up. And I'm gonna have all of you to stand up right now. Listen. Stand up real quick for me. Stretch your legs. And so I'll say something like this. Let's say, for example, all of you are guests. God, wouldn't it be nice to have a room like this, all guests? Wow. So when I'm doing a close, I have a room like this, and I have all the guests standing. So I said, there are those individuals in the room. There's always three types of people in the room. Before I say that, is it fair to say that what you heard here tonight makes sense? Is it fair to say it makes sense? Is it fair to say that whatever you heard here tonight makes sense to you is going to make sense to somebody else? Is it fair to say that? I need a yes or yes? Absolutely. Well, guess what? There's always three types of people in the room. There's that C type who says, you know what? I saw the demos. I saw the chlorine. I saw, the pesticides and herbicides come off of the tomatoes, but I don't care. I'm going to keep drinking my tap water and my bottled water. I'm not giving it up. I'm going to keep on that path. I'm not concerned about all of the parabens that's in the washing detergent. I'm not concerned about the fluoride in the toothpaste. I understand that I can brush my teeth 11.5 and I can rinse my mouth with 2.5. I don't care. I'm going to keep on doing that. Water did not kill my grandmother, it killed my grandfather, and it won't kill me. If you are a C-type person, go ahead and have a seat. And usually people start looking around like, then I said, all right, no fee, oh, amazing. Then there's that B type. That B type that, they're thinking to themselves, everything sounds good, I'm really excited about this, but I need to test the water. I need to taste the water. I have some questions that I need to get some clarity on. I need to get some answers for those questions. So I've been able to make an intelligent decision. And so I really need to talk a little bit more about this. And I understand that if you are a type B, you can go ahead and you can sit down. Usually have a few people sit down. All right, give yourself a big round of applause. You're the A's. A's, give yourself a round of applause. A's are ready to take action. You are ready to go. You understand the power of what we have our hands on. Not only do you see we have a wonderful product, you also see that we have a great way that you can generate some serious income. And you also see that you can have peace of mind throughout this entire company. Just by partnering up with us. You see the family that we brought together here and how well we're doing as well. You understand that water is not water. You saw the demo and you're ready to get started. You're ready to wake up in the morning to a glass of 9.5. You're ready to brush your teeth with 11.5. You're ready to bottle with 2.5. You're ready to spray 2.5 on your arm for deodorant. You're ready to wash your clothes with 11.5. Hey, you're ready to clean your windows in some beauty water. Yes, you are ready to give yourself a round of applause. And you know what? You give them the application. And then you start to help them to dream. And this is what you say. Okay? What name do you want your checks to come in? Make sure you write clear, because if there's an error, the bank sometimes they give you a hard time. What Social Security number? The only one you should have. You're going to put on the application. Because now, you have just allowed yourself to partake in over 400 different tax breaks. What address do you want us to mail the check to? Make sure you write clear. So now they're starting to dream. And how I do that is I ask for the sale. When they say that they're A, I put the application in front of them, do your hands like this. And just slide it. Do it again. Slide it. One more time. Slide it. And you say, let's get the paperwork out of the way. Help like the one I'm talking about. This one here. Tell me when, and I'm ready to go. And almost done. I can't believe it. Awesome. Awesome. Here we go. All right, let's go. Let's go. No clap. No clap. Here we go.
Stop giving up.
Awesome. And with that being said, you know what? I know that you are going to be great. But the way you get there is to keep going. And you know what? I'm telling you today that I approve this message. Thank you guys so much.